We live. POPup Podcast.
Pop up on
Pop
them,
up.
y'all
What's
live.
up? It's episode 40.
Episode 39.
39, bro.
39. Not 39. I'm jumping the gun. This is episode 39.
Yeah, I'm
Next
like, wait,
episode
hold on. We're
39.
the party already.
Next episode is episode 40. All right. So
For those of y'all
so
who been here, y'all notice we changed up the
we got a new
layout.
We got a new layout. Looks official. I like it. Looks official.
So, you know what I'm
So
saying?
yeah,
Like,
for sure. And
Yeah,
we got the
on IG though. I ain't gonna lie, it's only showing my face.
It's only showing your
Word?
face.
Yeah,
Word.
Okay.
Let me check IG real quick.
yeah,
no
try to fix
doubt.
that real quick and then we'll start like as soon as we.
Oh, because it does that shit. Got you.
You figured it out.
Nah. Not
Well,
gonna
it's
be
only
able to-
gonna be one at a time, or it switches.
Yeah.
Like,
We're gonna have to end that one.
oh word.
Oh, we have to end it. All right, it's
Yeah,
cool.
because I have to figure that out another time. I don't know
Okay.
about that.
Cool.
Good to know that we can make that easier though.
Yeah. All right. So
Progressing as we going along, people. We progressing as we going along.
but yeah. So if y'all want to go live with us, we on Facebook and YouTube right now.
Yes, sir. Oh shit.
Did it start?
Yeah, we good. We good.
We good. Okay. All right. So episode 39.
I'm like a
Episode
blue
39.
Power Ranger. I know.
Dang, I don't even know. I forgot to write when we were starting. But anyway, like let's start with the finals like we usually do. So right now, I think is it 9:00 yet? I know
Nah,
games. No, okay.
Sometime.
So we
Pre-game right now.
Cool, good. I know I definitely want to see this one. So I know I'll at least get to catch the middle of it.
No, we'll catch the first quarter. That's a fact.
Yeah, we should be able to catch the first quarter.
Yeah.
So what a turnaround, man. The Bucks, they've definitely shifted my opinion on what's been going on.
Bro,
but then again, I don't know if y'all got to catch the game 5. Just like game 4, the Suns almost had it, but they slipped up. They had a specific moment where they just slipped, man. Devin Booker with that turnover that
Bro,
from Drew
he got
Holiday.
it ripped from him like a baby. I was surprised.
Bro, that whole play from the moment Drew Holiday gets it to the alley-oop, my mouth was just like the whole time.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I was like half asleep, and that play woke me up.
yeah,
I jumped up like, what
yes.
the?
Man, that's what I was saying. I'm like, bro, don't count Giannis out, man.
That is true. You did call that.
That
I ain't gonna
man,
lie.
He want to win, bro. Like he want to win. Like
Yeah, it looks like
That's
he
a
might want
fact.
it more than Chris. Might want it
Yeah,
more than Chris,
and that's
bro.
what they were saying. They said Chris Paul is not playing with no sense of urgency, and I haven't seen that from the last couple games.
Yeah, bro. He seems. Maybe, hopefully tonight they could do something, but it's a home game for the Bucks in Milwaukee, and that crowd is
Different.
Is different. That's the word to
Different.
yeah,
The
for
Milwaukee
sure.
crowd?
They're ready for that
Yeah, they
championship.
ready. And tonight might be the night. Oh boy, yeah,
That's a fact. I'm looking kind of white, my damn self.
yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I hope the Bucks get the Bucks. If they do get it, it was well earned. You get what I'm saying? They still not exactly who I want to see taking home. Just because I'm fucking with.
You still going with
you
the
know,
Suns?
Yeah,
I'm still rocking
yeah.
with the Suns too.
Yeah, but like I said, they're well deserved if the Bucks did it because they turned it around. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought it was going to be over for them, and it's definitely not. So shout out to them. Yeah, so I guess we're going to see game 6. We'll see tonight if it's going to be a game 7. We'll see. That would be more entertaining in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? If we get stretch it, but but tonight, I don't know. I don't know if the Suns got 2 more in them.
It's gonna be
But
tough.
yeah.
Man. They ain't just gonna like take off on Giannis like that in the Bucks, man. They like you said, they going to Milwaukee. That's gonna be a tough game tonight. 9:00.
It's gonna be a tough.
That's
They
gonna
got
be
to
a
play
tough
their
game, man.
best playoff basketball game tonight, and then if they do go to the Suns crowd's gonna need a new chant for Giannis for them to win.
Yeah, because I was using that one. It's not working no more.
It's not working no more.
It's not working no more.
That last
one has
home
lost its
game?
magic. Yeah.
Man,
It
listen.
ain't working. He doesn't need defeated. So we'll see. Anybody that's rooting for the Bucks, I know y'all hyped tonight, so we'll see. Keeping it in the NBA, I heard I didn't really get to read into this too much, but I heard some rumors about Damian Lillard. Man, he might want out of Portland. They saying he might want to go somewhere else. Is coming like a surprise to y'all or no?
He actually debunked that. He actually said no, but
Oh, okay.
I'm not believing that, bro.
No, and
I'm not
he
believing
did
it.
deny it at first. You're right, but then I heard a report. I believe it was yesterday, and they said that he does not know what to do at this point. He doesn't know
Yeah.
whether to leave or whether to stay. So obviously, leaving is on his mind, but he would rather not leave. I think he's really giving Portland, the organization, a chance to see if they could really make something happen while he's there. But if his contract expires and he gets no chip, he best believe he leaving.
Yeah. Oh, so you think the only reason he would or you think he would leave to because he wants to get a chip, or he's gonna stay because he wants to get a chip with Portland?
I feel like he's gonna stay because he would rather get a chip with Portland, to say he did it for the team that drafted him, because a lot of teams aren't as loyal like that, what I'm saying, to have that mentality.
Yeah.
And I respect it, and that's why he gets a lot of that respect. But yeah, I think that he's more leaning towards that, and that's why he's not sure. But same time, it's like, he's a great player. He need a chip. You don't want to go out like Barkley,
Yeah.
Facts,
Or
facts,
Iverson.
facts.
or Iverson
Or Carmelo.
or possibly Chris Paul.
Carmelo. But see, that's the thing. If he gets a chip, Melo would finally get a chip. So that would kind of be a win-win. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah, bro.
We'll
That'd be
see.
another thing. So we gotta see.
Where do y'all think he would head to? If or where you think who could have him? Who you think he would do best on?
According to Stephen A. Smith, they say that he would prefer the Knicks over the Lakers.
Oh, word.
Really?
Which I would be very happy to see.
I think
Yeah,
that's
that
just
would
Stephen
be-
A. Smith being delusional. I think he's just making those shit in his head. He don't know what he'd
what I'm
rather.
saying? He said that's what he heard. Not that Damian Lillard necessarily wants to
shit.
go there, but he said that's what he heard, which is understandable because going to play with LeBron would be the inevitable. Which, in my opinion, which I was gonna say, and otherwise, like I would kind of rather want to see that. Like I would love to see him and LeBron on the same team. What kind of damage they would do, but it would be much more sweeter to see him play for New York if he was to come and bring a chip for the Knicks. That would be lit.
Yeah, he would definitely. They'd do some damage if he was to go to the Knicks. Like it would be a good season for sure.
We'd have to give up some shit though. Don't sleep.
Yeah,
we'd have to give up some shit. Like, but not for nothing. After the way Julius Randle played in that playoffs, even though he had a good season, I'd give up Julius Randle for that nigga. No kizzy.
Word.
I would go that far.
Yeah.
Like yeah. I mean,
you think about it.
It would be stupid to say no to that. So.
And I'll give him a draft pick too, just to make it sweet.
Word, yeah.
You know what
You
I'm
think they
saying?
would do that? I don't think they would do that. I feel like they would be.
They
like,
probably wouldn't do it though. Yeah. They probably wouldn't. Not. It would obviously have more details to it. Probably got to add quickly and a couple other players, but
yeah.
We'd have to wait and see.
We'll see. All right, so moving on, let's talk about Richard Sherman. What's going on with the whole Richard Sherman situation? This is another thing I've been slacking this week. I didn't really get too much info on, but I know he spazzed out at his girl's parents' house, right? Like it was like a family thing.
And they even leaked the I don't know if it was a Ring doorbell, but they leaked the footage of when he was banging on the door, trying to push the door open and like punching the door and yelling and cursing.
What was going on? Why was he upset?
It was very unclear. I mean, there's a lot of different reports. I haven't read a report yet that specified what they were arguing about. All I know is it was a situation between him and his wife, and it escalated to him acting that way at his parents' house.
Her parents' house, I think.
The last that I heard of him was him coming out publicly and saying, he admitted what he did was wrong, and he's gonna seek to try to get some mental health. Mental health. But just like Rachel said, he looked crazy. Like I ain't gonna lie, he looked very deranged and upset.
In the ring vid, in the doorbell video.
Yeah, he was wilding. I ain't gonna lie, he was wilding. And as hard as he was pushing that door, I'm surprised. They got a strong door. That's all I'm gonna say. They got a strong door.
That was going in, man. Yo, yeah. So, like an NFL player like that, he should have bust through that door. So that door is strong, bro.
They probably tell family members
every other way and did not break. I don't know how.
They probably told them family members, NFL players, they're like, y'all better get some reinforced doors and some reinforced.
They must have had about 20 niggas behind that door because I don't know how.
So it was a dispute between him and his wife, and it went to her parents' house. Was she inside? Like she was in the house?
I'm assuming so. Yeah. We definitely got to read some more on that. I mean, it definitely was I don't know. It's like every day something new came out about it, so it just seemed like I never really got the chance to get a grip on the actual like news of it all. But
And there's a whole bunch of craziness that because like even like there was a situation with the 911 call when his wife had called and the 911 operator was giving like his wife like an attitude when she was calling. It was weird. And then also
attitude like what? Like she didn't believe her, or she just
so not that she didn't believe her. It's like his wife was like calling out frantic. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh, help me, blah blah blah. And the operator was like, ma'am, where do you live? You know how like people want to like,
911 is the worst.
Yeah, yeah. She's like, ma'am, where do you live? And then she kept talking, and the operator was like, ma'am, stop, where do you live? You know what I'm saying? So like,
but wait, can't they see where you live when you're calling them?
After a certain period of time, they're supposed to.
Like after a couple of seconds or something, your address.
I think it's like 30 seconds or 40 seconds.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So like people were saying, oh, the operator needs to take control. I'm like, nah, she was just she probably was mad at work or didn't want to be there. And plus they be hearing crazy stories and crazy situations. So
yeah, sometimes people prank call and stuff like that.
Yeah. So that's why what I'm saying.
Man, nigga, if I work there just to be on the safe side, every time niggas call police, I'm just setting every time.
For real, bro.
If you can't tell me where you at in 30 seconds, I'm telling the police to pull up.
Pull up.
But the thing with this situation that I always bring up, like I bring it up almost every episode when it comes to NFL players doing some stupid stuff, is CTE, bro. Like NFL needs to attack that situation way better because Richard Sherman, bro, we all know Richard. Richard Sherman was always painted in a good light, like an amazing light. You feel me?
Yeah.
There was nothing, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, he was like an A+ student. I forgot what school he went to.
I think it was Stanford.
Yeah, like an amazing school, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Always his head put on right, and then you see this. You feel me?
Yeah, but I would say it's a little bit of that, but I would also say when I look at the situation for what it is in the present time, he's a free agent. He hasn't been signed to a team yet. Probably going through it mentally like shit, like I've been blowing all this bread if he has been, you know what I'm saying? Like I only got certain amounts to survive. Yeah, I got business here and there, but they still living off of that contract. They need that next contract. So right. I know he's probably going through it mentally because he hasn't found a team yet. And then now this situation is about to make it even worse. You know what I'm saying? Sure. Ain't nobody gonna want him on the team until he get his shit together.
Yeah, all right. Shout out Caleb. Caleb in the chat's asking, it's a good question. What could the NFL realistically do to help or prevent CTE?
That's a great question, and I think I can answer that to a certain extent. I've actually seen the movie with Will Smith. I don't know if y'all seen it, but they gave a lot of information and a lot of the backstory on why the NFL doesn't take proper action when it comes to the CTE. I mean, they kind of did in a little bit in a sense, but what I've gained from the movie, to bring back to my point, is there's a lot of information that scientists have gathered as far as, the effects of, that head-on collision, especially what the linemen and, linebackers go through over time.
Right.
But it's such dark facts that it's almost like the NFL does not want to admit certain things. And because they don't want to admit certain realistic things that come with playing the game of professional football, that is the reason why the progression in them making the CTE problem less is only slowly and going so far. You get what I'm saying?
So basically you're saying they're not you can't do something about something you don't even acknowledge or admit is real. They're not going to try to help something that they don't even really.
Exactly. The most I've seen them do is them talk about it on like the NFL Network. I remember they had like some special where they were talking about it because it was when one of the NFL players had died. I don't know if it was Aaron Hernandez or somebody, and they had mentioned it because that became a factor in the situation. Right. But again, it's something that they kind of glaze over, talk about it in the meantime, but then you don't really hear about it. We still see football helmets are still the same. They haven't made any improvements to make them more safer and, more making the head more durable. So when you're getting hit head on, or if your head hits the ground,
stable. Your head's like
it's more stable, and you don't got to worry about your spine and things like that as much. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, to an extent, it's like, it's true though. Yeah. Like even if they did acknowledge it, there's not much I think they could do. Like,
I don't know,
because you're talking about these niggas. How much games they play a season? NFL?
They only play like I think 13, and I think they just raised it to 14 games now. Like
Yeah,
now
but
they have an extra game.
it's about double, I would say, even
No, I
as
think it's like
triple
16 games,
as physical as a game like a basketball. So you talking about you basically getting hit. That's the game. You getting hit, and every day you're also getting hit in practice. You know what I'm saying? Not just in the game. So what could they do?
You're right. But they need to figure out something. Like, we ain't just gonna let all these people just get CTE and it's like, oh, poof. Like, all right, it is what it is. Y'all get CTE. You feel me?
So, but is it an actual, like, is CTE an actual diagnosis? Like, has there been an NFL player that can they only detect it after you die, or can they detect it while you're
no? If you get a brain scan, they can see it because it's like it looks like a cloud in your brain type of deal.
I don't know because every time they show that this person has CTE, they have to cut the brain open. It's like some crazy.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Weird stuff. Yeah.
So I don't
that
think.
Too.
So it's more.
But it's all. But I was my fault. I should have been a little bit more elaborate. So like basically from some, not all players, but from some players from hitting head on, like I said, linemen and shit like that, you can kind of see like that if they get like a brain scan, they have like dents, certain dents and little cloudiness that show in their brain.
That gets soft.
So you can, so sometimes you can see it, but other players like, that may not have hit head on as much or as hard, but, did have that head on collision a lot. Like Don said, they would have to, surgically look in the brain and see that shit. That is a fact.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I'm so mad. Like a lot of the NFL, ex-NFL players, like a lot of them, some of them, I don't know if a lot, but some of them like killed themselves or committed suicide, and then they said that was the reason. You know what I'm saying? So it's an issue. That's the thing. The NFL, like I said, the NFL is not admitting or not acknowledging the issue. So I think the first step is gonna be acknowledging it. You know what I'm saying? But then again, if you're $1 billion industry, they probably gonna be afraid to, acknowledge because they're gonna lose a lot of money. But something needs to be done.
Because once you acknowledge something, now everyone's gonna expect you to like Caleb's saying here, everyone's gonna expect you to do something about it. And then it comes down to what can we do about it? Well, how can we? Because if the NFL tries to do something about it or acknowledges it and accepts it, it's basically like you basically saying every time one of these guys either retired or playing does some crazy shit, it's the blame on us and CTE. They're not going to want that. And which is fair because I as much as you can say it is, I guarantee you it's not every single time these niggas do something, it's CTE. So
yeah.
But that's how everyone's going to take it, because every NFL, and on top of that, every time an NFL player does something and it ends up in a courtroom, it's going to be, well, the NFL gave me CTE. So
and not for nothing, now that you put it in that sense, you can't necessarily blame the NFL because some of these players been playing football their whole lives.
Yeah,
so you'd have to blame the little league.
Yeah,
you have to blame the high school.
Football itself, man. I ain't put my son in football, man. I rather like soccer, basketball, tennis, golf.
Right. Just like Caleb even said here with boxing. Boxing is another sport where CTE and things like that, these guys kind of have the same kind of behavior outside of the sport, as because it's this aggressive kind of physical, so
maybe it's just
what can you do? Yeah. What you gonna do? But so we gonna definitely see what's up with Richard Sherman. I hope his situation works out, and I hope he don't do nothing too crazy. He was lucky enough he didn't. Who knows what happened if that door busted down? I guess we'll never know.
That's what she was saying, because he was saying like, I'm gonna kill myself, I'm gonna kill you guys, I'm like all that crazy shit, bro.
Yeah,
that ain't no normal drunk rage. They said he was drunk too as well, but
I guess we'll keep an eye out.
Definitely.
All right, so let's talk about some music now, man. Music scene is going crazy right now, a little bit. Pop Smoke. It's the only one that we listened to, right? It's like came out last Friday, I believe. I think somebody else dropped, but I don't remember. But so did you Clay or Don, y'all get a chance to listen to Pop Smoke? Or no?
I listened to one record. I didn't really listen to it like that. I listened. It's a lot of songs, and I listened to one record I listened to. Like, did they computerize this shit or something? Like, did they like?
Which one did you listen to?
It was a feature. He was on the hook, and I forgot who else was on it.
When you say, every song on there is a fucking feature. It's a compilation album.
Yeah, most of the songs is features.
So it seemed like the verses they did, it was like different takes that they took and put them together. It didn't sound like he went and did full records. You feel me?
Bro, some of the songs it was like a 4-bar cut and they looped it into 8 bars.
So it seemed like okay, he did a verse here and they took 2 bars from this verse. He did a verse here and they took 2 bars from that verse. Like maybe like throwaway verses. You feel me? And they like kind of meshed them together. That's what it sounded like on some of the verses. So
bro,
I was
the man's dead and he only got, as far as like studio famous, was for like a year and a half. How much songs could he have? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
they probably got to do a lot of chopping to get,
Yeah.
you know. And they say he got like a whole nother one, right? Like a whole another
I
album.
don't know, bro, but honestly, like
they need
if
to
they're gonna do a Pop Smoke album, they need to not do an album with people that wasn't even talking to the nigga when he was alive, bro.
But
like,
that's the thing.
As
he's
much
become,
as Pusha T,
he's become like I don't even know how you would put it. He's kind of just like a tool in hip hop right now, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I kind of don't. I don't really fuck with that. Like,
lame, bro. Because you saw how they put Pusha T on his shit over his homeboy, the nigga. That actually fucked with him. Yeah,
the nigga E something. I forgot his name.
He wanted to be on it. He wanted to be like on.
No, he made a verse. He recorded a whole verse, but they
switched it out.
Pusha T.
Oh,
yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, they took his verse off and put Pusha T, which was kind of dumb. And then like
Pusha
the
T,
only person, only people was Lil TJ on there. I don't even think Lil TJ was on there.
Not Lil TJ, but I think one of them other. What's the other one?
Yeah, and see,
not Lil TJ. There's another nigga that's kind of getting popular.
Yeah, Lil TJ was his homie for real, and they didn't even have. They had Lil TJ on the last album, not this one. The only people that I gave props to. No, I know. The only people I gave props to for being on there was Quavo, because him and Quavo were real close before he passed, and Takeoff, because obviously, you know, he was around Migos and shit. So it's like, all right, I get it. Because Takeoff did his thing on there. But all the other features though was just, I felt like it was unnecessary. But I still enjoyed it. I ain't gonna sit here and cap. I enjoyed it, but it was I felt like it was definitely unnecessary.
Yeah, there's some hard songs in there, but funny enough, I think between Quavo and 50 Cent,
and Busy Banks. Shout out to Busy Banks, because New York nigga.
And who else? I feel like between Quavo and 50 Cent and whoever else, they're the ones that's like just swinging his shit around to make everybody, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, and that Pharrell song was like, I mean, I enjoyed it, but then I remember I listened to like the second or third time and I really paid attention to it. And I'm like, bro, this isn't even a real song. It's the same shit over and over.
Yeah, bro.
I'm like, yo,
that's what I'm saying. You can tell.
Shit.
You could tell they like there was people in that, like they just in hip hop that they were like, yo, if you got a song or something that got, you know what I'm saying, that's like halfway finished, or you got space, we just want to go buy. They bought a lot of them songs, bro, to make that album. They just put his verse on there, like, so.
Yeah, bro.
Actually, I preferred the other album as far as like, you know, because it just sounded more original, because you could tell that was the album he was actually working on before.
That's a fact.
This one was straight up like throwaways and edits and
I ain't gonna lie though, the songs I love the most though were the ones that they were able to have just him on there, even if it was just 1:50 or 2 minutes and 20 whatever. Like those songs were hard. Like get out the speaker or some shit like that. I can't remember the name fully. And then Coop is hard. He got a couple on there that's by himself, and that's what I say. Like if you can put out an album, even if it's just 5 songs, where it's just him, I would respect that over this 20-song compilation album. You know what I feel me?
Yeah,
like,
it was like straight up a compilation album with just every feature you could imagine. And I know there's like a song, although this song was kind of hard too. This song was with him, Kodak Black, and I think someone else.
I think it was Quavo.
Yeah, I think it's
that song was hard. I ain't gonna lie.
That song was hard.
That song was hard.
And it sounded like his verse was like full, like, you know what I'm saying? And and then the one with Kanye and Pusha's hard. Well, even that one, I feel like that was more of like a Kanye song that he was probably working, that he was gonna put on this album coming up, and then he
just said, "Yo, here."
Yeah, that's how I feel like it was.
Yeah,
but man, after this, I'm interested to see what that next one's gonna sound like, because I think they claim they got one more, like he's gonna put out one more.
They got a deluxe coming out for this one.
No, like a whole nother like a new album, like you see how this one's called Fate, like there's gonna be like a whole other album I heard.
Oh, okay. Well, and they're coming out with a deluxe for this, because Fabio Foreign confirmed that he gonna be on the deluxe album. He said,
"Man, I think they should take some time before they drop the next one." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they definitely gonna need to, because the streets is letting them know that shit was not it.
Or they could make it like a real New York drill thing, and they could just have like, you know, you know, they could use that as an opportunity to put like a lot of New York drill artists on.
And that's what I was gonna say, bro.
Yeah,
if
they
you
should
gonna make it a
definitely do some of
compilation
that.
album, at least put some New York niggas on there. And if it's gonna be some niggas outside of New York, at least make it make sense. Like they threw me off that they haven't had Travis Scott on any of his albums, but him and Travis Scott was cool as fuck too. Like, and that's another nigga I haven't seen him, like they haven't like put Travis in a situation to get, you know what I'm saying, to get on a song with him. But like, I don't know, bro.
You never know. Maybe legalities and stuff. Travis one of them niggas who's under like 10,000 labels and shit. So maybe they want mad money, you know what I'm saying, just to even have the niggas harmonize on it or something. So yeah, it's crazy though. Like I said, I'm interested to see what that next one gonna sound like. But speaking of Kanye, he's got an album that's supposed to be allegedly coming out between this weekend and sometime next month.
Apparently it's this Friday.
That's what they say, but
you know, yay.
Kanye has a long history of saying albums are coming out on Friday and they don't come out on that Friday.
Because he was gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, it's not done yet.
Yeah,
which y'all think it's gonna come out? Y'all think it's gonna come out?
Nah. I mean, eventually, nigga.
I mean, I feel like I'm starting to believe it because he's doing all these listening parties. Like he got the public one he's doing.
He did the same, nigga. He did the same thing with Jesus is King. He did one in LA, then he did one in New York.
Yeah,
and then he did another one, and I think in somewhere else in Texas or some shit. Okay. And then they were saying like, oh, the album's gonna come out on Tuesday, and he did that shit like Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and the album was supposed to come out Tuesday. Then the nigga just went ghost. And then like a couple of days later, Kim Kardashian tweeted and was like, oh, we're still working on the album to make it sound 100%. Because he and this is why this nigga cannot.
This is probably why he's doing it then. Yeah.
But boom, exactly. He does it. And then he sees how people react to it or whatever. And he's like, all right, I need to change this. And he does it. And then the album can't come out. So why even do this shit? It's like stupid. And so I mean, I feel like it's gonna come out maybe within the next 30, 60 days.
I feel you. But that's believable.
It's gonna come out.
I'm not believing Friday no more. No, you're right.
Yeah, because I mean, I heard it's good. He played it for KD and I forget the other nigga's name. I don't even know who the hell he is, but I guess he's important for some reason. His name is Jay something or Justin something.
Justin LeBoy, that nigga.
Yeah.
And Justin was saying how the album had KD dancing. He said he ain't never seen a nigga. He ain't never seen a nigga that big dance.
Yeah, I think this he has like I think this is the one that Dr. Dre helped him a lot too. Like he has a lot of production and stuff from Dr. Dre. So, yeah. Remember he was beefing, not beefing, but Snoop Dogg and a bunch of people was tired of him about whatever, some shit that had to do. I guess probably the Donald Trump shit and all that shit. And then Snoop Dogg one day, like last summer, it was probably like last summer this time, uploaded a video to Instagram, and he was in the studio because Dr. Dre and Kanye was like mixing it down, and this nigga was in there. He's like, "Yo, fuck all that beef shit. This nigga got some fire." Like, man, so he apologized and everything. This nigga was like, "Man, I'm sorry, but I'm in the studio with these niggas. Kanye got some heat." Like, so I don't know.
Oh shit!
I know it's gonna sound good, but I don't. Think
I mean, the fact that he got rid of Kim without getting rid of his money. From that moment, I knew that nigga was good, so I believe it.
Also, I see some shit where Kanye said that living in Calabasas with Kim was like living in prison.
Yeah, I think he says that on the album or some shit like that.
Yeah, he said it on the album.
I heard different. I heard he didn't talk bad about Kim on the album.
Oh yeah,
somebody leaked that.
I think I heard he made like references because people that were at the listening party were like live tweeting what they were like, what they were hearing and shit. Yeah, and people were. I think I saw some people saying he made like slight references to like the divorce or like his money, not like how he still got money or some shit like that. Like basically how you said he divorced her, but he still.
And apparently he sold out. He sold out like dumb like tickets to shows and shit already.
Yeah, that Atlanta show. I'm kind of tight. I can't go to that.
I'm hoping I feel like he's gonna do one in New York. He probably do the New York one. If he don't do the New York one, he's gonna do.
If he do the New York one,
he might do a New York one.
Is my job watching? I'm calling out. I hope y'all know that.
My question is it gonna be like a gospel album like before or like?
From what I was reading, people were saying that it's still they said it ranges. They said there's songs on there that sound like it could have been like on like late registration shit that sound like it could have been on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. And then they said there are basically they said he more so talks about his religion more than it's sounding like a gospel album. I mean, it's like that.
That's what's up.
Because I know he's back to cursing, I think. Because I think I heard a feature from him recently where he cursed. Right. And he's definitely on songs with curses now, which he was like last year this time he was on that shit at all, or before
secular
COVID, so.
music. He don't
Yeah.
get on secular music.
Yeah, because that song, I don't know. I was playing it around the time of Sean's wedding. He has a song with Nicki Minaj called New Body, and he couldn't even put it on there because her verses are so like crazy. But the song is so hard, but they had to like change the whole song and couldn't put the original song on it because he wasn't on that shit no more. So, but yeah, but I feel like it should be good. It should be good for sure. Don't think it's gonna come out this Friday. And I heard actually at the finals tonight, he's supposed to be there and they're premiering. Did you see there's like supposed to be a commercial with Sha'Carri or something like that, a Beats commercial? And I think the song is in the commercial.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's probably gonna play like during halftime or some shit.
Probably.
Yeah. So yeah, moving on, let's talk about Space Jam. I think everybody, you got to see it or not?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, man, I saw Space Jam. I ain't gonna lie, man. I liked it.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, bro.
Unfortunately, though, the one thing that I did not enjoy well about Space Jam was LeBron James' acting, man.
He's a horrible
really?
Oh, you was fucking with his acting?
Dude, you was fucking with that acting?
And listen, I'm not gonna say he's a good actor, but in the beginning was the only time I thought it was corny where he kept saying, "You gotta put in that work."
No.
That was real bad.
This is what I told Rachel after watching it, like, cause I watched it like. The kids love it. Like they asked for it.
I knew that. When I saw, I was like, kids gonna love this.
Yeah. My kids they watched it like 3-4 times already, like back to back.
Right.
So
I ain't gonna lie, I watched it twice.
I watched it about 4 times. So the second time,
you did when I watched it 4 times.
So the second time I watched it, I was like after you watch it the second time, it's like, okay, it's straight. You know what I'm saying? Like the first time, it's like, oh, the acting is horrible, but. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people have such a high expectation.
Don Cheadle was good. Don Cheadle, I think
he was good. He was good. And it's crazy because the first time when I was watching it, I thought Don Cheadle's acting was kind of like eh.
It was kind of like, it's because the character he had to play was kind of corny.
And it's made for kids.
That's exactly what I'm saying. So the second time I watched it, I kind of had that mindset already. Oh, this movie is like made for kids, so you have to look at it like a kid. So everything has to be animated. He has to sound a little corny.
Yeah, he got to be kind of corny and like.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So that's what
he was in that character though.
Yeah.
And you never know. Like the directors probably told LeBron, oh, you got to be a little more animated. Don't be too serious. You know what I'm saying? Don't act like it's a serious movie.
But the way, which makes sense, right? Which is probably what they did tell him. But I felt like he was in his head taking it too seriously, which is why he couldn't act. Yeah. Because if you look at, because people were comparing it to how Michael Jordan acted in Space Jam, because Michael Jordan wasn't no brilliant actor either.
Nah, but he was so laid back with
it. And that was what sold it with him. He played it so Michael Jordan played it like if Michael Jordan was really in that situation where a nigga like him got sucked into a cartoon world. I guess. But what I'm saying?
Somebody did say it, but what I did say is that like if you rewatch the first Space Jam with Michael Jordan, I'm telling you, the directors kind of worked around his acting skills. So Michael Jordan didn't really have to act like that. They gave LeBron way too many lines. You know what I'm saying?
You think so? You think he had more lines than Michael?
Yeah.
I think so too. He did. I ain't gonna lie. Now that you say
Michael Jordan
put him in more.
Michael Jordan didn't. And I was gonna say Michael Jordan didn't really have to act. LeBron was put in the position to act. Michael Jordan was like kind of like it was the Looney Tunes at time that was acting like it was their scenes most of the time, or in the beginning, what was the other dude?
Yeah, like LeBron actually went on an adventure with these niggas.
But that's because that's why, and that was one of my problems with the movie is that Space Jam 1 had more basketball like throughout, from like the beginning to the end. In this one, when you think about it, you only see basketball in the first scene when he's a kid, when he's in and at the gym, and the whole thing at
the little fake charity event, and then
Right. With the other basketball players, and then the at the end the actual like the battle or whatever you want to call it.
The final, the actual game.
Yeah. Whereas Space Jam 1 had Michael. There was mad basketball throughout it when he was practicing with the Looney Tunes and all types of shit. You know what I mean? So and there were even I remember Looney Tunes in Space Jam. They were playing basketball before Michael even pulled up. Right? Like they were like practicing because they knew they had to. But
the storyline did go different, so it kind of makes sense.
It did to an extent. At first, it was kind of beat for beat, like what they were doing with Space Jam, kind of. I think when it got to the point where he had we like giving away the whole damn movie, but when the meeting with Warner Brothers was kind of where it's like, okay, this is where I see where it's kind of changing, and the reason how he ended up in the the world or whatever. But that acting for me, man, I honestly, I think everybody did good except him. I think, to be honest, the standouts for me were Don Cheadle, the mom, the girl that was the mom.
Oh, she was
and I know I've seen her in a couple movies too, but she's not like a big star.
Yeah, I think they said either Walking Dead or some show.
She was in Walking Dead, and she was also in this movie with not Seth Rogen, but the nigga from Superbad, the babysitter. She was in that.
That's a fact.
Man. Yeah. She's in that.
She was in the bar. That's a fact.
Yeah. And the kid, his son Dom, I think he was really good too. I think
if you rewatch, like I rewatched it and I realized his acting got better towards the end. I think they filmed like maybe I think they were filming during the pandemic or like before. I feel like he got a little better towards the end. Like if you notice towards the end, it seemed like he got like a little more comfortable. In the beginning, like even the part where Don Cheadle like pops up and he's like this, like it was so. Yeah. I know you remember that part. That was so cat.
Because some of it was bad, bro.
Yeah, that was bad. But I feel like.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kira. Space Jam 1 was definitely funnier too. This one had its moments. It had its moments, but all right. So the end. I think he even did better when he had to act, surprisingly, with the Looney Tunes. Like his scenes with the Looney Tunes, I think he played off kind of well. Like the scene when he was when he had to pick his team when Bugs was asking him, and he was like, man, I need Superman, I need Batman. Yeah, I think he did that really well. Fast forward to the scenes with his son Dom, and you would think this man doesn't really have a real family in real life. Like he was so dead. Dude, the worst of it was the scene when I don't want to give it away, but when he has a heart to heart with Dom towards the end, and they're on the court and he has a basketball in his hand, and he's like,
nah, that was bad.
He's like, oh man. And I can only imagine how long it took them to film this, because they probably had to do like 5 takes, and eventually they were like, yo, we just gotta just take this one because this is not gonna get any better.
That's what I'm saying. They gave him too many acting scenes, bro.
Yeah, because he couldn't nail that one, man. He's like, even the way he said it, he's like, man, I don't even know if I'm saying this right. And then he like throws the basketball.
They gave him they gave him too many emotional acting scenes to show emotion. Like look back at first Space Jam, Michael Jordan, he didn't really have the choice to act. He didn't have like emotional acting scenes. It was more of like
I think he only had even one scene with his kids, which was when they were on the couch.
Yeah. The Looney Tunes more guided him. This one it was like it was like LeBron and Bugs Bunny acting together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, well, I think it was because at the time when Space Jam came out, there was an equal in people wanting to see Michael Jordan and the Looney Tunes. Don't nobody want to see the Looney Tunes these days. Everybody wanted to see this movie. LeBron James was the selling point. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But you're right. Around that time, it was like the Looney Tunes was more the selling point.
Yeah, because I was 94, 95. Michael Jordan was still the man of the 90s at the time. So, and Looney Tunes was still cool too. Obviously, way more popular than they are now.
I'm thinking about it now, yo. For real, if they let LeBron be a lot more laid back and just be chill and just be himself, that move it would have been a lot more. Yeah, it still would have sold and it still would have felt a little better. You know what I'm saying?
Some of them.
I mainly really realistically, I really only like the cartoon parts, and the basketball game part. After that, like the beginning, I can.
But see, and that's what I was gonna say. I feel like beginning, I wasn't really so much. I feel like they put so much time into the ending of that game, like with the because notice how the details of the details of the freaking basketball of like the characters didn't come up until the end. I was like, you couldn't do that in the beginning.
Oh, you mean like when they went from being 2D to being like 3D type shit?
Yeah, it's like being like damn near 4D, like you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it was damn near 4D, like
like I was cool.
Like, but I think because they didn't want to just have them be that way, because they wanted to appeal to the old Looney Tunes fans too and have them 2D, which was cool.
Yeah.
But all right, but so like Kira said here, she saw you watched Space Jam 1 today, and I was dying laughing.
Bro, I saw that Michael B. Jordan joke coming from a mile away.
Yeah, because it was funny. The scene was funny, like how he played it out and everything was funny. But once you saw his name on the casting, you knew that was what was good.
Yeah, they was like, I found Michael Jordan in the crowd. Saying it's not Michael Jordan.
Alert, spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
I think it's Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, it was mad.
Caleb, I'm trying to get some popcorn.
Yeah, it's if you watch it, the beginning is tough. The beginning is kind of tough to get by, but once you get to like the middle part, because like we were saying here, the dynamic.
Once you get introduced to the algorithm, I would say.
Right, yeah, because the beginning dynamic of him and his family, especially, is just very like you feel like, which is really not his family, which is probably awkward for him.
Yeah, I can tell.
And it mimicked his real family because he had like a little daughter and a older son, a younger son, and a wife. So it was probably weird for him because he's probably like, I have a family just like this, but this is not my family, and I have to act like it's my family. And he had to get in bed with her and shit. He's probably like, this is weird. Like,
put his do-rag on it.
Yeah. He had to tie the do-rag.
I could tell there was definitely some awkwardness there because like he's not an actor, so he never did this before. You feel me? So hopping in another bed with a different female, it's acting.
Yeah, he probably think about his wife.
Think about his wife, like, yo, I wonder what she think. Like you could tell they weren't even like close to each other. Like it wasn't.
Yeah,
I
was
like,
damn, bro. Even at the end when because I mean obviously he's separated from his family for a while, but at the end he sees them, and the first time he sees just like family. How'd you guys get here? It's just mad, like, dude, you wouldn't greet them like that. Like, he'd be more like, it's just, I don't know. It was I would have told him, which I'd assume the director told him, just act like how you would do with your real family. You know what I mean? Like, just treat them. But I could see how for him, it was probably very, very awkward. Like,
and not only that, you would have got like, wait, what the fuck y'all doing here? It would have been one of those.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
It would have been more like, But I'm good, But, it makes me think of movies for people's first movies like Eminem or 50 Cent, who did great. I think because those roles were so them, or you know what I mean. It wasn't, so it was easier for them to be like to fit into it. But I don't know. And then Space Jam, they had some guest stars, right? Damian Lillard was in it, right?
Damian Lillard, Klay Thompson, Subert. I'm high.
No, that's
super.
I forgot her.
Diana,
the white mama,
I think it's Diana.
Mamba.
Diana Taurasi? Diana
Yeah,
Taurasi?
I think that. Yeah.
I'm high. I said super.
She
Diana
was the one that
Taurasi.
was like a spider thing or something. Like,
Like the spider, whatever thing he has.
The real question
that girl, I forgot her name.
Is
Ochoa.
Which y'all going with? I mean, it's gonna be hard to tell now because I mean, movie just came out, but Space Jam 1 or Space Jam 2.
Oh, one for me.
One for you?
For sure, yeah.
Well, no.
Two, this one
I enjoyed it too.
It exceeded my expectations because when I pressed play, I thought it was going to be just straight corniness. You know what I'm saying? But I did like the story and I was following it. And then his assistant guy was kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? If you watch the show Atlanta, he was in a couple episodes of the show Atlanta, the second year.
I'm going to tell you.
That's why I knew he looked familiar.
And not because like I'm a LeBron fan. Like I really actually like the cartoon part. Like I feel like they took a lot more time, obviously, because it's like way
when you
more
say
technology.
Cartoon part, like the
the middle, beginning, or ending.
Nah, not like once he turns into a cartoon. You know what I'm saying? Like not the.
Oh, and when he fell through and the Nike check popped up.
Yeah. Like I actually enjoyed.
They went hard for that, by the way.
Yeah, I was dying laughing. I was like, really?
Yeah, some
like
good
those,
jokes,
but like I feel like they put a lot more time in and maybe possibly money and technology into. The cartoon part and the basketball game. Yeah.
I mean, for sure.
That's
that was there.
That's why I say I like it better. That's why, in my opinion, it's a better movie in that regard.
Yeah, it's a better Hollywood movie.
Yeah, and I would say not to kill the writers of the movie, but like I love the algorithm, like how they intertwine that, because obviously that's something that people talk about, and we can all relate to that with social media and shit like that. But if they like to bring it back to your point of them not having enough basketball scenes. Like they should have made it in a way where like the algorithm found a way to like maybe take their powers through like their cell phones or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have been some shit that'll make people be like, oh shit, they could take off fucking. You know what I'm saying? That'll make people think and it also would have had more, involvement with the basketball players, could have had them going to their phone after the game or some shit like that. Like they could have definitely had more basketball scenes, but
again, I think they should have made it like, how Space Jam 1, the challenge was, especially for Michael Jordan, that he had to play basketball that wasn't like real basketball. You get what I'm saying? Like they had to play this monster version of basketball. I think it would have been cool if for this one, the challenge was we got to play straight up real basketball. And LeBron was so good, he had to like teach the Looney Tunes like how to not be so goofy and play. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have been cool. And then it could have associated better the other, because I honestly didn't like how they used the other NBA, WNBA players, because they were just so cartoony, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Damian Lillard's part was cool, the Dame Time shit.
The Dame Time shit.
Yeah. But it was like, I don't know. It was cool. And it showed you Warner Brothers has a lot of property. Like all the characters they had
I
in
didn't.
the
I was like,
crowd and shit.
Bro,
damn.
I was
That
like,
shit going- I was like,
damn.
every time, yo, these
Somebody
niggas
said
got
like
money,
it was like a big Warner Bros. Commercial, and I'm like,
Deadass,
yeah,
like,
that's
basically what
I
it
can see
was.
that. I can see that.
They had
it's
Mr.
basically
Smith in the
what it
crowd.
was,
They had
bro.
fucking It the
They
Clown.
had
I was like, yo,
everybody,
they had
nigga. There were so many
everybody.
people I even forgot was like associated with Warner Brothers. I was like, damn,
Facts.
these
Bro,
niggas do own that. Like,
realistically, with this
Fucking
movie, like
all of Harry Potter was there.
like a lot of people say, I feel like they were trying to hit that nostalgic effect
Yeah.
with the kids nowadays. Like they weren't aiming for people who watched the Space Jam 1. They did.
I think they was. I think for the older people, that's why.
I think a
like
little
the
bit.
parts with the Matrix and all that. Because
Yeah,
little
yeah.
kids, especially kids born in like 2004, they ain't gonna get that shit.
They're not
bro.
gonna know
That's
that
what I'm
is.
saying.
Yeah.
Like a little bit. Like they had to put
they
stuff
had
in
to.
there. But
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I feel like they're trying to get the kid that same nostalgic effect for the younger kids now. So maybe years from now they're like, oh, I remember Space Jam 2. Like that shit hard. You're trying to make a Space Jam 3. What? That shit ain't gonna be nothing. You feel me?
Yeah, they definitely gonna do 3. I don't know who they would use. Maybe they get Michael and LeBron to come back for that one or something like that. Though.
They better not use Giannis.
Yeah, I
They
hope
finna
not,
use
man.
Giannis. He about to go off
No,
tonight.
no, do not use Giannis.
Niggas say hell nah.
All right, let's keep it moving. Let's
sir.
we got time. All right, so real quick, let's touch on the Biz Markie died. Well, it was like a couple days ago, right? Biz Markie died.
Yeah, man. I actually meant to say it the last time we were on a show that I actually heard he was sick, and I wanted to acknowledge it before he passed away. But
What did he actually? He died of like in the hospital type, or was he at his house?
Yeah, no, I think he was in the hospital. They said he had, I forgot what the fuck it was, but he was hospitalized though, and yeah, I heard when he passed away a couple of days ago.
Yeah, man, definitely RP to
Yeah,
Biz
man.
Markie, man. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
Picking boogers.
I don't know no song from that man other than
You don't
other
remember
than
Picking Boogers?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Other than Picking Boogers and the You Got, that's
Get
the
What I
only
Need, yeah.
two. Yeah, like
That
other
no
than that-
lie that they from the same album. That whole album right there is a classic. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, yeah. But I remember Picking Boogers. Yeah,
What was
He's
it
That was
like?
that shit on Saints Row.
yeah.
What was he
Picking
on afterward?
boogers.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Around now, I seen
He's
when I
good,
searched
yeah,
Biz
he's-
Markie, I seen something about he paid 50 Cent back in food stamps and stuff like that. That's like those are the random things that I seen.
Hey, 50 Cent back. What he owed 50 Cent.
I don't know. That's what I seen. So I'm like, I wonder what he was on.
That sounds like something 50 Cent would say. Like,
Yeah,
it's like
that's one thing that I seen.
That nigga
that's
busy
one thing
on me
that
money,
stood
man.
out.
Nigga pin beggars for food stamps.
Yeah, exactly. But like, I don't even know what he was on before he died. You feel me? Like, was he making music and shit? I don't know.
I don't think so. I think he was more so just like
He was
trying
just
to
doing
say-
appearances
Yeah.
and just being himself, Yeah, he wasn't
Facts,
really
man.
doing no music.
So RP to Biz Markie.
Facts.
man.
All right, so let's see what we got. Let's talk about. I think we can move on to the regular news now. So let's talk about this Haitian president scandal thing that's going on right now. Which at this point I'm confused at what that
A
was
lot
going
of fuckery go on with that story.
So
Yeah,
let me make sure that I understand. So what they're saying now is that the dude that is the current president of Haiti created a plot, or he created the situation or that got the last president killed because he wanted to become president. Is that what they're saying? Basically?
That's one story.
Wait, no.
And
Wait, what was it? Say it again. Like you saying that,
That
he wanted to become president?
Yeah, remember after I forget their names, but after Homeboy, the first one died, this guy immediately became president. So what I'm hearing now is what they're saying is that he got Homeboy killed because he wanted to become president. Is that what they're saying?
I think it's this guy was the prime minister. This guy, right? And
Isn't that president? Isn't that what they
That's
call
president. Same
this,
thing.
No. There's prime minister and there's president. I just found that out the other day. Actually, I was looking it up.
So prime minister is like their vice president.
Prime minister is above the president. That's what I looked it up. It's above the. I don't,
So
maybe
why would
I
the prime
don't know if
minister
I
kill
see-
the president for go president?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
No. So the prime minister killed him because that president was gonna take the prime minister's spot. So he didn't want him to take his spot and killed him. That's what I got. You feel me? Because I looked it up. I was like, that's the same thing I was thinking. I'm like, the prime minister, the president.
What me
was like,
here different. What me here is the reason why them shot and kill him in our house is because him wouldn't take the COVID thing, forgive it to him people them. I saw me here.
Yeah, that's the thing I was saying. That's what Buju Banton was saying. That's the only
And that's
person
what
I heard.
Spraga Benz I tell people too. So yes, I believe.
That's
That's what all the
I don't
that's
get
what
my
all the
news
I
from
tell
Spraga
people
Benz.
about that.
Buju Banton, but But it's possible. Like I
no,
said,
I'm saying like all the Rastafarians have been like
yeah,
been pushing that story heavy on social media, and it's not being talked about because they're saying that pretty much it's in the facts because every country whose prime minister or president, whoever, has denied, accepting COVID into their country, apparently they're all dead and they all been murdered within the past few months.
Okay, yeah. So that is a running conspiracy. They're trying to say that the prime minister, I think, was somehow like part of the USA at one point, and that he's like in cohorts with the USA, and that's why. But I'm sticking to this man didn't want that dude to take his spot, man. Because he was gonna give up his spot he was gonna take his spot as prime minister. So the president, I guess, can take the prime minister spot. The prime minister kind of trumps all. And this man didn't want to lose his powers, so he probably set up some shit. Look, even the prime minister just stepped down, and now another prime minister's coming in.
Yeah, because yesterday or this morning, I seen him on the news and he was talking about oh, y'all could assassinate me. Like he was basically saying y'all, I know y'all gonna assassinate me next type shit. So, but I didn't understand what was going on. So I don't know. I can't even comment.
Yeah, for him to step down, he probably don't know what's going on and he just don't want no parts.
That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So I guess we'll keep looking at it. The truth is gonna unfold eventually. Moving on though. This next topic is something I think is probably one of the most interesting pieces of news I've heard in the past week. And this is something that's so crazy to me because it's something to me that I thought was common knowledge. So some sort of housing report came out recently. They did some sort of minimum wage housing report with young people. And what they're saying right now, I guess, is that, which I already knew in my head because I have common sense, but anyone that's making, or young people today that are making minimum wage cannot afford a 2-bedroom apartment anywhere in America. Does that not make fucking sense? I can't,
am I black? Yes.
Because
no shit.
Minimum wage is in the most cases at most is going to be $15 an hour, and not even depending on where you live.
And rent in New York, and let's just say rent in New York, the most you getting for a 1-bedroom, or the least you getting for a 1-bedroom apartment in New York, and that's Westchester, upstate, wherever, the lease is $1,500 a month.
Yeah, you could maybe find a 12 if you're talking about 1-bedroom.
You could maybe find a 12, maybe find an 8, but that's if it's gonna be small.
Gonna find an 8, my nigga.
No, and I was gonna tell you because I've seen it, but it's because it's small, or it's a studio, or it's a 1-bedroom. Somebody I rent you out of their yard. You see me?
And that's what was so crazy to me about the support. I'm like, yo, okay, this is simple math. This is not anything that would especially we're talking like a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. Yeah. That's gonna run you at least the very least $1,400, and that's gonna be not a great 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. You get what I'm saying? And that's just it. That's if your utilities included, and if your utilities not included, you gotta get all of that other shit. And it just shows you how messed up things are, because it's like, bro, if clearly, nigga, in this country, and you can argue, some people gonna say that's the way it should be to keep people in place or whatever, but you got to be making at least $1,000 a week in this country to be living somewhat comfortably. You get what I'm saying? You got to be at least making that. I remember my pops told me one time, wherever you live, if you're not making your rents money in a week, you're not living. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? If your rent is $1,200, you're making $1,200 in a week, you fucked, because you're gonna have to do that shit up to every paycheck that you get.
Living paycheck to paycheck is trash.
Yeah, shit sucks. So, and that's Rachel's exactly right. That's why people have to have roommates today. That's why you'll see it'll be a 3-bedroom and it'll be 4 different people contributing to paying rent in there, because nigga, clearly, how can somebody live in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom off of before the support? Did they think niggas was doing that? Did they think people was just you feel me? Nigga,
last I heard, it's been a minute since you can have a minimum wage job and fucking afford an apartment or a place. It's been a while.
Fucking 90s, man.
90s, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe the early 90s type shit.
Early 90s, 80s type shit. Fact.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. Because our parents, it was they, although the what money was worth and the value of it was way different than right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Nigga, you can go have a job at a supermarket, and you probably at least be able to live in a shitty 1-bedroom apartment somewhere in the city.
That's what I'm saying. My pops was a mechanic, and nigga was having a 2-bedroom apartment. Like
you're not doing that.
Like, come on.
Not doing that these days. You'd have to be a well-seasoned mechanic that was like, you know what I'm saying, had your own shop and everything.
And you got clients for like 10 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just crazy to me, man. But that goes to show you, I'm glad that they see this now. But show you that it ain't exactly easy for young people these days, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Money ain't falling from the sky. You either got to get a real hardworking job, or you got to go to school for a bunch of years to do something that's probably going to take you a bunch of years to make real money, or you got to start making some serious ends, you know, however you do it. So
that's why I'm glad that, you know, we're all in positions with our family where, you know, we ain't on our ass if we don't have a place. You know what I'm saying? We always have a place to stay, because there's some people that really got to get it out the mud and figure it out because they don't have that type of benefit like we do, you know?
Thanks.
So we definitely are fucking grateful in that fact. You know what I'm saying?
Thanks, bro. But I mean, some people be fucking up their situations with their family too, bro.
That is true too.
Some people have family that let them stay, but then niggas will steal from their family. Niggas will now be rules and shit.
I want to say that's
9 times out of 10. That's
9 times out of 10 niggas just fucking up their situation.
Or you just not. You niggas that have family be like, all right, you can stay with me for so and so, but niggas just don't do shit. They don't do nothing to get out the situation, and then niggas eventually gotta tell you to leave. So
it's a fact,
you know. So it's like there's always a reason for something in life. But like I said, I'm glad they did the support, and I'm glad young people gonna see now. This is how they clearly wasn't even thinking about us, because they didn't
took 30 years to realize.
Yeah, like it's like, bro. You think people be wanting to live with their parents and stuff like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, if everybody could be living in a 2-bedroom, wouldn't we all be doing that shit? Like, by the time we was 25, like,
if it was that freaking easy, no mercy.
And that's the crazy thing that people don't realize. Is like, even if you go to school for however much years, whatever, you get like your bachelor's, or you do 4 years, 6 years, 8, whatever. You're not gonna just jump into a job where you're making ends. That's gonna, it's not how.
A lot of kids coming out of college with $100,000 school loans,
working just delivering pizzas, bro. Working at Foot Locker.
That's why I'm blessed that my loans is paid off, bro. Because
yours off? Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, actually, Biden did. So thank you, Biden. he held it down for me. I ain't gonna lie. I was one of the grateful ones. So
got you.
Yeah,
some people not getting that lucky. You know what I'm saying? Well, at least I don't know. I don't know when it comes to school.
My amount wasn't crazy, thank God. But regardless, bro, like just like Jay said, my nigga, because I got that degree and we pretty much all in the same position. Like it ain't put me in no extravagant, you know what I'm saying? No extravagant step.
I'm saying that's what's so
just like, look nice.
It's nice, and that's what's so misleading about the school system right now. And that's not to say that if you like going to college is a waste of time. I'll never tell nobody that. But
it just depends on what you're doing.
And it's like, like you said, when you get the thing, you got to still apply the job, bro. You don't graduate college and walk into a job where you're giving your family. And if you look at how they show you that shit, that's basically what they make it seem like, you know what I mean? Which is not the case. Like, I know people that got master's degrees, bro, that still got 2-3 bosses they got to look up to. You know what I'm saying? That's
a fact.
So
and you tell niggas what you tell people what you went through, and I finished college and whatever, and they're like, oh, why you didn't get a job? Didn't you try internships? Like, I had internships. I even went out as far as getting an internship outside of my field, and it still didn't work out. It happens.
Yeah, that's how it is, bro. I know people in law school type shit, and they ain't lawyers right now, they still on some paralegal type shit. So
you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, definitely that report's interesting. That's definitely something we're gonna keep talking about. I think I want to talk about it again when we have some more guests and stuff on, just to get everybody's opinion on how they feel about that situation. So
that's a fact.
Last subject before we close out, because I want to go watch this damn game. But so the first of the sentencing has happened in the riots, the January insurgent riots on the Capitol. The dude, I forgot his name.
I seen is he Florida man? Is it Florida?
Apparently, he's from Florida. That's what they're saying.
Oh, damn. Another Florida man.
Florida man attacks again.
Saying, shout out Florida. My dog there holding the flag. So yeah, he got 8 months. I think they were trying to push him to get like 18 or something like that. Mm-hmm. The judge went around, gave him 8. Was it 8? I think it's 8. Yeah. So what do y'all think? Y'all think that's a little harsh, or y'all think that's perfect, a little light?
So hold on, he got 8 years?
No, 8 months. 8 months.
Oh, 8 months?
Wait, he's the one who led it?
Hell no.
He's just one of the people
that just one of the people that were in there. He was like the picture there you see him. That's him with the flag. He was one of the ones that ended up in the main chamber shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So.
Oh, okay, that picture.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's people that are gonna get heavier sentences and people that are gonna get lighter. But he got 8 months for what he did.
I feel
that's straight. That's straight.
And what helped him was in court. From what I hear, he was very remorseful. He apologized. He said he understood what he did was wrong. Part of bullshit, but at least he knew to have that etiquette in court.
Yeah, because he don't want to get fucked up in jail.
But I mean, you're smart if you know, because there's some niggas that be in there selling out, but man, fuck, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what happened?
White pound.
What happened is they seen that the world's not over and Trump's out of office. So, so they're like, all right, whatever, man.
Shout out all the people at times that thought the world was gonna end at some point, and the next day the world kept going.
That ass.
And they were like, shit.
That's all what happened. So everybody swore America was gonna turn into like just dust once Trump was gone. They said all our babies were gonna get stolen and raped and all that stuff. And as we see, that hasn't happened yet. And it's been.
You got your babies, EJ?
Yeah, they still downstairs being annoying as hell.
I think so. I still got them.
So there's no babies being raped by presidential candidates and all that. So what else can he say? I mean, hey,
bro, man.
I don't know.
Bro, Dave Chappelle used to have this skit called "When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong." Sometimes that's how life is. You think you keeping it real and shit just goes south, and you're like, damn. Now I gotta face these consequences.
You just gotta face the consequences. So
like you said, I'm pretty sure all them that are still awaiting trials are in their cells right now. Like, man, fuck, why?
why did I even believe any of that, or why?
Yeah, but I think 8 months is enough for 8 months is enough for Yo to think about what he did.
Yeah. 8 months. I don't think any of them, because at the end of the day, they ain't hurt nobody. That Shorty got shot, but Shorty got shot because she was trying to breach in, and CIA is not having it. So
that was just unfortunate, man. Like,
that was just in her. She shouldn't have been trying to jump through that shit. Come on, dude. Like, that's stupid. And then but everybody else, it was non-violent other than that. And it was a stupid thing to do, obviously. But you can't give niggas 22 years for doing some dumb shit.
Yeah, 8 months is fine. I mean, even if they only gave him like 5 months. I mean, I'm not saying give him less time, but give him something. Like,
everything these niggas, I wouldn't even, if I was a judge. To be honest, if I was a judge, I wouldn't even give none of these niggas time. I would just tell them, like, do you see how stupid what you did was and why it was a waste of your fucking time in life? And then, you know what I'm saying? As long as they can understand that, I'll send them home. You know what I'm saying? Because
that's facts. Because
these people are just victims of people. They got caught up in the internet, bro. They got caught up in the internet and reading all this shit. And
I know a lot of people feel extremely stupid right now, like really. But and there's some people who's just like making up different, like they'll jump. I call them conspiracy theory jumpers or whatever. Not extremists, just they jump.
Oh, you mean like they always
they'll
have
jump. Like if once this one's over, they're not going to explain why this one failed. They just gonna jump to the next one.
And you see, and therein lies my problem with conspiracy theory people. They always got a conspiracy, but they can never explain to you why one of the old ones did not pan out. Anytime you're like, hey, but what happened to
and you know what? It's those people that make me feel better, because I tend to be naive sometimes, but I am not that fucking naive. You feel me? I'm not gonna believe something just because somebody said it. I'm gonna want to go do research and really see if the shit is legit. And if I can find a credible source, all right, cool, it's true. But
the
you got some people that literally hear shit and be running with it.
Right. And the problem is that the internet right now is because of, even things like what we're doing right now on YouTube. You have the freedom of speech and you go on there and say what you want. YouTube's filled with a lot of people who are teaching people the same bullshit that they're believing. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like, because like you said, do research. Nowadays, people will just go research what they want to see and then block out the shit they don't. You know what I'm saying?
And go to YouTube instead of Google.
Go straight to YouTube and then they'll type in keywords of what they want to see. And then you're going to see 8 niggas at home in front of their garage with like this, with a thumbnail of them pointing up a finger and some line. And it's the same shit.
I'll be mad because they really don't be wanting to explain the situation. Like, yo, hold on. Before you jump to this conspiracy theory, what happened this time?
This one is not panning out.
Yeah, it's not panning out, bro. Because a lot of people.
I just don't want us to get the eating babies things. Like, well, I just don't see why would they
People play too much fucking Call of Duty. That's what the problem is, and watch too much horror movies.
Yeah, like I feel like everything is just so derived between.
They think life is a movie. That's what I'm saying. They think life is a movie, bro.
And
They
you
really
know what? That is what scares me about the world, bro. Because I read somewhere, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it's the Bible or something in correlation with the Bible, but they said, obviously us being in the end of times because everybody has their conspiracies and has their what's gonna happen at the end of the world. But this is the real fucking end of the world where there's so much information that you can get lost just by looking the wrong fucking way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You can get
Like
it's called a spiral. I think people just go down like a spiral and they just keep going down that rabbit hole of information of shit that they
and the more information that piles up, bro, the more dangerous the world becomes. Like information is what's gonna kill us all, bro. If we kill
information
ourselves.
And misinformation,
and misinformation.
That's why I don't take in shit right away. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do research and I'm not gonna fully like go 100% full in on what you know what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna do me regardless, but I'm not like if somebody says, "Oh, this is what's happening right now. It's because of this." Like I'll be like, "All right," you know what I'm saying? I'll think about it, dwell on it, but I'm never gonna be like, "Yo, that's it."
Well, here's my thing. And I asked y'all we get because this is the last thing we're talking about. We're about to be out, but it's the because like you said, right? Is people always think of, "Oh, okay, this is happening because of this, and because this is the end of times, and any day now Jesus is gonna come down and raw fuck." You know what I'm saying? But my thing is. Why is it that much of a reach to just say this stuff is just happening because the world evolves, man? Like stuff is just happening because we're people, and like right. It's 2020. Life isn't like how it was in the 60s. Life isn't how it was in the 70s. It wasn't even how it was in the 80s or the 90s.
It's not even the same as it was in the 2000s.
In the 2010s and stuff, bro. So. What is it? It's so
just
crazy
a serious case of shit happens, bro. That's what I be telling. Like
shit happens.
Yo, like people be like, there's always, bro. Just shit happens, bro. That's just.
And then people like to say, "Oh, not everything's a coincidence." That's true. I don't like to believe too strongly in coincidence either. But I'm not saying everything is necessarily a coincidence. It's just I feel like for years in the making now, we've been leading up to all these things of how things are now. I don't think it's just some like because the world, so whatever's going on, some whatever.
Somebody's eating baby.
Yeah, because someone's in a corner eating babies while they, make political documents and shit. And on top of that, too, we live in a very politically charged time. Because everyone could be a part of politics just as easy as they could be part of cryptocurrency. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a fucking fact. All you gotta do is pick up your phone and go to CNN.com and read for a couple hours, and all of a sudden you're a political analyst. And everyone and everyone does that, and then everyone goes to on their message boards or wherever they go.
Just like how you could download Robinhood and now you're an investor.
Boom, right? Everyone Robinhood is worked on Wall Street now. You know what I'm saying?
Worked on Wall Street.
So and a part of it is technology and social media. We have so much easy access to do all these things now. It's like, yo, just do it. So yeah, bro, that's definitely something we're gonna talk about. I'm gonna let y'all get the floor quick to say whatever y'all want to say. Before though, if Sean and Sharice is watching, I just want to say happy anniversary to y'all. To y'all.
Happy anniversary.
Big up.
Time is just flying. So shout out to Sharice.
That's a fact.
Shout out to Sean. Happy anniversary. Skrilla, I don't know if you watching right now. Casey, I know your birthday was the 18th.
Yeah, happy belated, bro.
Happy belated, dog. You already know what's up. Yeah. Next episode 40, hopefully, there's going to be a women's episode again. We try to do that women's episode every 10. So as of now, it's a women's episode. So y'all be ready for that. I know the women's episode will be packed out. So
that'll be dope. Facts. That'll be dope. And for me, Bucks and what game is numbers at 6? Bucks and 6. We're gonna see what happens tonight.
It's 21-29. Damn, it's 21-29 Bucks, and Giannis just blocked the shit out of
Bucks and
DeAndre Ayton.
We're gonna get out of here so we can watch this game because I know it's gonna be lit. I hope it goes down to the last few seconds, like the last 2 games. Like that shit kind of
that's
what I like. Been kind of lit.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see what's up. But otherwise, I appreciate everybody tuning in, man. It's episode 39. We getting up there.
Yeah, man. And for me, you don't know the same thing. Make sure y'all check the Cashapp at the bottom. You see me? We accept all donations. Even if I 50 cents, it's gonna go towards the merch and everything else we got in the works for y'all. Definitely make sure you keep on streaming my dog thing. You see me?
And last episode, sorry, real quick. Last episode, and stream all that. You already know.
Yeah.
Last episode, we forgot. Happy birthday to Troy. It was Troy's birthday. I think the day of that we did it.
And we forgot Troy. Big up, Troy.
Big up on the July birthdays, bro. Because we already know.
Y'all niggas is next. I was gonna ask you what you did for your birthday.
You already know.
I'm the only nigga who birthday in July, and Sean too.
Yeah.
And Sharice's birthday in July too. You just mentioned Sharice.
Oh yeah, Sharice
Sean
July too. That's what
anniversary,
we're doing next
if they're
weekend. So
watching
you already
Sharice,
know,
happy
bro.
Full of blood
Shout
clot
out to
Leos.
Julys, bro.
July, big up.
Shout out the Cancers and the Leos, bro.
The Kansas and Leos,
Cancers and the
boy.
Leos. All right, so that's it. That's all we got for today. We'll holler at y'all.
All right, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Episode
Much
40.
love, y'all.
That's episode